Logos has a really good sale going on right now. You can save 20% on Logos packages. If you use Bible Guide 8 code at checkout, you get 20% off of a Logos package, plus you get to choose 5 free books. So just to help you decide if Logos 8 is good for you, I want to show a few of my favorite features. This is one of my favorite features from Logos 8 Gold. Alright, so Logos 8 Gold has a feature called Sermon Editor. Just go to Tools, click on Sermon Editor, and then what this does for us is it lets us, well, we can name it. Let's call this YouTube example. All right, give it an author, audience name, sermon series, key topics, key passages, give it a description, an occasion. You can also have it to publish at your Faith Life page if you wanted to on a certain date. All right, so let's call it something here. I'm just going to call this an example sermon. I'm going to spell it correctly eventually. And let's see, let's type in a scripture. Let's go with something like Psalms 119:11. All right, so I just typed that in and hit enter, and when I did that, it automatically brought the scripture in using the translation that I've already set up as the standard translation. Now notice also it is creating slides as we go. And then let's see, let's call this point 1, and I'm going to go ahead and create an outline. Supporting point 1, supporting point 2, and let's go out a little bit, point 2, let's see, illustration, and let's see, let's bring in another scripture. Let's turn off that. Let's see, Psalms 119:89. Let's just go ahead and create a new. Now notice over here on the far left, it's actually creating slides for me. These are PowerPoint slides, and up here across the top you can see different options. Here's just the text, here's just the slides. Now you can also create handouts and questions. Let's do that. Let's make this one a part of the handout, and let's make this one a question. So now when I go to handouts, my point for the handout is there. When I go to questions, the point for the question is there. And when you're done, all you got to do is export. So let's do a few more. Let's type in another verse. 119:105. I love how that just brings that in. And of course you can edit. You can edit all these if you want. Okay, so let's throw in some media. Open up a tab. Open media. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull this over here to the right so that I can see both at the same time. And let's see, let's just grab one and drag it over. That looks good. Pull it in here. Now with media, you can upload your own, or you can search for media, use whatever you want. And let's see, we've got all slides from selected text. So I mean, you can make more slides. You can add or remove slides, do all kinds of little crazy things. Right here it says 60 words 1 minute. That tells me how long this sermon is if I'm preaching it. So just to give you an idea, it's not exact, but it does give you an idea of how long this would go. And then you have all your text formatting here. When you're ready to export, you can send it to Faith Life Proclaim. You can send it to your Faith Life sermons. You can export it as PowerPoint, or you can print and export. Now print, of course, printing with your printer, but you can also print it as PDF. You can copy it to your clipboard, print it as, or save it as RTF, rich text format, a web page, save it to Microsoft Word. So this is good if you want to set up a book or something like that. Now here's the really cool thing. Once I've done this, I don't have to do anything else to it right now. Once I've created the sermon, it syncs with my library automatically. You've probably seen that There we go. How that's syncing. That syncs with my library already. So all I have to do is sync to my library with any device, and this sermon is available on that device. So let's take a look at how I can use this as my preaching sermon outline on my tablet. All right, so let's switch over to my tablet and see. So this is the tablet that I preach from. I've already logged into Logos, and all I've got to do now is open up my settings and select Documents. And then there's my YouTube example right there. There's my example sermon. It's already there. I didn't have to do anything to bring it in. Just log in. I'm done. And then you can also add a Bible to that if you wanted to, or any other document. Just add whatever you want. And then now I have a split screen with scripture on one side and my sermon on the other. And then I can make them, move any way I want. And then this one, of course, is also tied to the Bible. So if I click on this, it will open up in a new instance of scripture. But now I don't lose anything because all I got to do is this, and I'm back where I was. And then, of course, if I wanted to remove scripture from that, just go right back there, and I'm right back where I was. So that's a really good way to make scripture outlines, sermon outlines. It works. So if you want to save 20% on Logos and get the sermon editor, you'll need Logos Gold, Logos 8 Gold. But if you want to save 20%, use the link that I'm going to put in the notes, and also use the code Bible Guide 8 at checkout. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know.